friends and gamers, my name is Jinx and welcome to the Global War 1936 Annual YouTube War Tournament for 2024. This is the third and final round. In the first round of games we had 20 players and 4 tables. In the second round we had 3 tables and 15 players, and here in this final round we have 1 table with 6 players, one of them being the Italians. We're all vying for that championship here at the end of the game, and to see who will be crowned champions of the game 2024. Welcome everybody, welcome to the channel. It's been a while since I posted a video. I've been busy with life, with a new baby in the family, just busy with work. You know how it is. It's always the same excuses, isn't it? So it's one of those things. I must apologize once again for not having a physical map and table. It was my intention to have, if I made it to the final round, to have a map and table in front of me of the physical type with miniatures, because I do really appreciate the aesthetic look behind them. But unfortunately, you know, with 2 curious little younglings in my household and 1 little baby, it leaves me a lack of time, plus the curiosity of the 2 younger ones. You know, in my absence at work, they would probably start marshaling my armies and going into battle on my behalf, which wouldn't be strictly legal or fair to my opponents on the battlefield. So there we have it. So right now the war room of my own is just protected by a privacy curtain, and perhaps given time I'll establish a good solid door, and therefore I could start, you know, delving into the artistic liberties of having a nice table once again. Well, anyways, here we are, and here I am at the final table. I must say I don't quite deserve this position as far as I'm concerned. In the second round I was faced up against some pretty amazing players, some great players all told, and there's been some great players all together, and I wouldn't consider myself one of them. It's you know, I just lucked out to be where I am. I was playing as the USA in the last round, and you know how things go with the USA. It takes a little while to do anything of interest, you know, to go into battle, and I don't think I went into any major battle at all with the USA in that game. Turns out that the Axis, their offensive into France faltered and failed, and although the Axis players themselves I have great respect for, just the luck of the dice in the situation, and you know, the busyness of schedule might have made them miss a few odds, bits and pieces, but it is what it is, right? But it turns out that in that case it means that I was propelled to victory at that table, riding on the shoulders of the Electron as the British and the French, and the Warden playing as the Comintern and putting the fear into everybody in that game. So here we are, and here I am. In this game, which we don't have a name for this game just yet, this operation, I am playing as the Soviets, and I've planned things out a little bit, and I think that's a good way to start into playing the game itself. Perhaps I'll give you a list of who's playing currently in this game. We have, first of all, Major Foe playing as Germany. Quite good player, fantastic player all told. He's quite exceptional and doing quite well, winning all the rounds of combat thus far. And we have as his ally in the east, we have Shadow playing as the Japanese. I will put their links in the description of this video. Then we have Rebubs playing as the Italians. With a busy schedule, he's worthy of having a place at this table himself, but with his busy schedule, he decided to take on a smaller role. I think his presence will be very much appreciated because he is a very clever player and very capable. Then we have the Electron playing as, I believe it is the Americans and the KMT, and also we have, hold on one second, Tactical playing as the UK and Free France. Now I hope I have those correct in my head. There was some muddling going on my part in those regards, but yes, that's what we have, and all very worthy and capable opponents. I think we'll have a very fun game in this one, and I think I am probably the weaker link at this table. This is not any false modesty or anything like that. I generally do believe that I'm having the short straw on this one. I'm playing as the Soviets, a bit of a challenge in their own right, but also I have no allies to kind of use as a sounding board against. And so, yeah, things will be interesting for me. And so I'll have to rely on some characters out there in the community. I got to reach out to Trig, my opponent in the last game, as well as the Warden, who's a very capable Soviet player, to get some advice off of them. I won't necessarily follow it, but I'm going to definitely reach out to them and ask occasionally. But there we have it. I think that's the list of what's going on where. So I think we might as well get started with the CCP and tell you what they're up to. So they have $2 to spend. They're not going to spend money on anything. They're going to launch an attack into Shazwan here, and they have 3 dice going in, 2 mountain infantry and a cavalry, all rolling at 2s. The defense is 1 militia. Over here, the green dice and the black dice is their infantry. And I'm going to roll all these together here. And looks like we managed to lose one of our units, which will take off the cavalry. But they lost 2 of theirs. So we've captured that territory from the dastardly enemy, like the KMT. And I think that was kind of a lucky roll to get 2 rolls there at the start. But hey, we won't look a gift horse in the mouth, that's for sure. All right, and I must also compliment the fellow who set up this. There's a lot of scripting going on behind the scenes for this tabletop thing, and although I much appreciate playing on a tabletop simulator, on a physical map and table, this is Madman Dan's creation. A lot of this is scripted, so even once I put the roundel, I do believe, of course, my income didn't move at all because I'm still at the start, but I do believe that the tracker also moves. So there it is. Capture that territory. Now I'm going to do an influence roll, trying to go for these 2 territories. This warlord of the Pale Teal. Let's see. Success. So by my understanding, I have it's based on my territories and plus the influence I put into it. So I put in $2 worth of influence, and therefore I think I've managed to peel these guys away from joining the KMT forces. So this warlord is now mine. I hope I didn't miss anything and didn't miss saying anything there. That's why I didn't spend any of my money in that regards, and I think I did vocalize that as well. So just I'm always perhaps hyper concerned about if I'm following due diligence, saying the right things, but people will catch me out if otherwise. Right, there it is. So yay for us. Already coming off to a great start. That's to get that in the first go, I'm pretty happy about that. Now we're not going to risk our luck too much. We're not going to make any attacks. We had some debate about going after the Basque country here as the Republicans, but we decided against it because, well, we're not going to do too many things initially. I don't want to risk too much stuff. So we're going to move our infantry towards Madrid, and our air forces are going to come to Catalonia. Our heavy cruiser is going to come into port, and I think that is it, actually. You know what? I'm going to put that into port as well. I don't know if that makes sense. I think maybe it does. I don't know. I'm going to put them in port anyways. Only reason it wouldn't make sense if I was... Yeah, the only reason it wouldn't make sense is if they capture the territory. At that point, things are fairly lost anyways. So now we're going to roll for recruitment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need a 6 or less on this dice. So 50-50 odds. I'm really hoping to get this one. You know what? I'm so nervous about it. I'm going to put down this tower. Oh, we don't have dice tower. Man, I need to get a dice tower. Let me get this on the board. I never trust... When it comes to crucial dice rolls, I'm always worried that people are going to think badly of me if I end up... if the dice move weird, right? Like if I chuck them in the air and they don't spin and it just slaps down, then I always feel like, people are going to think I'm trying to cheat the system or something. So here it is, a little dice tower just for my own personal amusement. Let's put this down. Okay, let's lock this down in place first. Just for now. And I'm going to drop that in there. We need a 6 or less, and we got it. Yay! 3. All right. So that is fantastic news. We are going to go for... You know what? I should also point out my purchases here for the Russians. This was already established beforehand. I have $4 to spend. I'm buying a mountain infantry, which is represented here as the Republican Mountain Brigade, because I'm getting it for the Republicans. So I have $4 to spend, and there we have it. That's what that stands for. So it's not... Yeah, I should have said that beforehand. That's what my purchases are, because the fear is that if I would have said that after a successful dice roll, there's that fear that people are like, oh, you only changed that because you put that in afterwards, after you had a successful dice roll. Okay, let me give this one a quick think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, possibly 10. Yeah, I'm probably going to pull out both militia over here. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 guys can go here. 5 units here. Versus his potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. With some low rolls going in, but I don't have great rolls either. Just a couple aircraft. Yeah, I think I'm going to put... And he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. Yeah. Let's put them both militia in Madrid. I know that means he might go for Catalonia, but we can hope. We can hope that he won't. We can hope that things will shake out otherwise. That will give us 2 at 2, 1 at 5 for the mountain when it comes in, 1 at 6 and 1 at 4. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we'll still end up doing this. I might give this a think a little later on and then change it in post, right? Just so I'm not wasting time thinking about stuff here. Okay, good stuff. All right. Okay, turning our attention to... Yeah, I might shift one of the militia from there to there. Turning our attention to the Soviets, like I said, they are purchasing Republican Mountain Infantry with their $4. And that's that. Turning our attention to some moves here. Starting on the eastern side, we're going to move an infantry from up north to Amur, one from Pomorsky to north, motorized, and a militia to Amur as well, just a general collection there. Novosibirsk to Angara. The cavalry is going to be railed over to Transcaucasus. We're going to move some dudes who are adjacent to Transcaucasus as well. We have this guy from Turkmenistan coming out to Transcaucasus as well. Put some pressure there on the Iranians. Coming from the Stalingrad and Western Kazakhstan to Kalmyskaya. We're sending into infantry. A motorized is coming to Oral-Kursk, followed by all the other motorized that can reach really in this position. I don't think I need to be too specific because I don't think my opponents are going to matter too much. All right, this motorized is going to come across to Saratov. Seaplane is going to go to Leningrad. We have some dudes coming up here from Belarusia and Smolensk to northern Belarusia, and from Kursk is going to go to Smolensk. Cavalry is going to come down to Kursk over here. Oopsies. These cavalry are all locked in position. Oh, and I didn't know that can move. That's cool. Weird. Right. Infantry goes up there, and then we have some dudes in the northern section coming into Karelia. I'm thinking that's getting close to it. And into Kiev, we're sending in a couple of infantry as well. This guy in Crimea, it's not penciled in, but he's going to go to Taurida over here. And this guy from Gorky, or whatever it is, comes to Moscow. No, it's not Gorky. Is it Gorky? It must be. This transport plane is going to pick up this dude, drop him off in Transcaucasus. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and land in Oral-Kursk over here. And lastly, we're going to have the planes all land in Kiev. Just because why not? And I do believe that covers it for the bulk of my forces. The only thing I haven't prepared for or thought about too much is my forces over here. I actually didn't mark them down where they're going to go. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to send the submarine go 1, 2, 3. And I think I'm going to send this guy 1, 2, 3. Yeah, sure. Maybe he's going to come over here to the Black Sea. I think that's his plan. Maybe. These two submarines can hang out here. You know what? Maybe I will send that submarine out here too. Yeah, sure, why not? They're going to go out here. Except, yeah, he can't go any further. I was going to say he could go a little further, but no, he needs a support, which he doesn't have at the moment. What if I keep it here? Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. Sure. Maybe we'll keep him up there, the submarine. I haven't done that before. Let's try that. Okay, and I believe that's all of our movements across the board. Let's go put our units on the board itself. We have a submarine. A destroyer. Let's put this guy in the Black Sea. That leaves us with 2 destroyers. I think we only need the 1 destroyer. Let's put this guy up here. That's a destroyer too. Yeah, let's put him up here. Destroyer there. Submarine here. And then we have the Mountain Brigade. It gets deleted. And the Republican Mountain guy shows up here. Yeah. Let me double check the sea stuff. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put this destroyer over here. Sure. I like having a bit of a presence there. This is sufficient to deter some of the enemy anyways. Of course, we have that coastal defense ship. So TB destroyer. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I know splitting our forces isn't ideal either, so maybe give it a thought here. No, I do want some presence there to deter the enemy. Let's leave it at that. Okay, collecting income. So I think the Soviets still get the same amount. You know, I haven't played the Soviets in a bit, and my memory's always poor at best. So let's see. I think I only still get $4 per turn for a little while. So that's what I'm settled with. And the KMT now has a bit more money to spend. They have... Did they move up on their own? I think they did. No, that's not them. Here they are. CCP. $5. So we have $5 to spend. CCP exceeds the Soviets now. That's pretty cool. All right, but I'm pretty happy with how that turned out for everybody. Let's call it a day. I'm going to quickly clear everything off here. Boom, done. Looks nice. Alrighty, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and I'll pass this on to my worthy opponent there, and which would be Shadow. Cheers all. Thanks all for watching.